happy Thursday and happy New Year's Eve. It's Jen from Polk County Public Libraries back with Teen Thursday, and I am so excited that we can finally make hot cocoa bombs. So you may recall we were supposed to make them earlier this month, but there is a shortage of the silicone molds, so we had to wait for those to come in the mail. So they have arrived. So if you would like to make these at home, there are quite a few things you will need. So you will need the molds. Now these are going to go in a kit that you can check out from the library and take home. So you don't necessarily have to buy these. You can check them out from the library. You will also need a mug to drink your hot cocoa in at the end. You will need a bowl and a spoon to melt your chocolate, and a pastry brush also comes in handy to get the chocolate into the mold. A food thermometer is also going to be in our kit. Now some people who make the hot cocoa bombs don't use it. Some people do. You'll find a lot of different recipes online, so that'll be up to you, but we are going to include that. And then the ingredients you will use are chocolate chips, hot chocolate, and mini marshmallows. And then of course you can always add any extra flavors, like little pieces of peppermint or candy cane inside and on top of your bombs. And you will need a microwave or a stove to melt the chocolate, and then you're going to need hot milk to pour over the bomb when we are finished. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, so our first step is going to be melting the chocolate chips. So I'm just going to make 3 of the bombs to start. So I'm going to melt about 1/3 of this bag of chocolate chips, and you can use whatever kind of chocolate you like. Milk chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate. All right, guys, we have melted our chocolate, so our next step is to put it into the mold. So let's see if I can do this correctly. All right, might get a little messy. So we're gonna put some chocolate into the mold, and I have my trusty Amelia here telling me if I'm doing it right. We're gonna actually end up doing 2 layers of this because there might be some holes in the first layer. How does that look? Good? All right. So we're gonna do that. I feel like I got too much in this one. There's no such thing. No such thing as too much chocolate. But I'm a perfectionist. There's holes. Okay. I think that one's pretty good. I'll try my technique I did with the first one, which is putting a drop in the middle and then swirling it around with the outside of the spoon. And you can see there's these little gaps where it's missing chocolate, and I don't like that. But if you end up with a gap, that's okay, because we're going to let these dry. And then we're going to do a second layer to make sure that it's very thick. All right. Let's see, I think I have enough chocolate to finish it up here. Alright, I got 5. Let's try to get 6 halves out of this chocolate, which was about 1/3 of the bag. And this will make 3 hot chocolate bombs. Alright, so what we're going to do now, we put our first layer of chocolate in the mold. We are going to go put this outside in the cold Appalachian air to let it dry before we take it out of the mold. Yay! Okay, we are back. So we let our first layer of chocolate dry outside for about 5 or 10 minutes, and we melted another 1/3 of the bag of chocolate chips in the microwave. So as you can see, like, the bottoms of the molds don't really need more chocolate. As they melt, the chocolate tends to go towards the bottom. So for the second layer, we're really going to focus on like the tops. You can see where we got some holes there, some missing chocolate. So we're just going to put another layer in and really focus on getting it around the top. All right, Amelia says that looks good. She's made these before, so she is my trusty guide. All right, we got 2 finished. And of course, it doesn't really matter what these look like on the inside, because you're not going to see the inside. You're just going to be eating them. Of course, you will want the outside to look pretty if you're giving them away. They do make lovely gifts. All right. Should I make this one like a little smoother? Nope, doesn't matter. Okay.
It also doesn't matter if you get chocolate outside of the mold, because when you pull the mold off, the extra chocolate will break off of the side.
Okay. All right, we're going to do our last one here, second layer, and then we're going to let this dry outside again before we do our next step. Stand by. All right, so our chocolate has dried. So the next step is going to be popping them out of the mold. This one I'm kind of scared to do, but Amelia assures me that it's easy. Okay, so you don't want to touch the chocolate. You just want to bend the mold. What? I did one.
You can touch it. It's
Yay!
Just, yeah. And any extra chocolate that's around the rim will fall off, or at least brush off easily when you run your finger across it.
Another thing I forgot to mention, although I'm sure you've heard this a lot this year, is to wash your hands before you do this. If you're going to be sharing this with anyone, or just for yourself. Oh, I'm going to eat that one. Okay, so we have our little half chocolate balls, and now we're going to fill them. So we fill both halves? No, we're just going to fill 1/2 of each. So we're going to make 3 total, and we're going to fill 1/2. So we're going to fill it with hot chocolate and marshmallows, and if there's anything else you want to add, you can do that, like peppermint or other candy or flavors. So just a little bit of this, a little bit of hot chocolate mix.
A little bit more.
What you think, Amelia?
I would add some more to the first one and to this one. There you go.
All right, so we have some hot chocolate. We're going to add some mini marshmallows. Is that too many?
That's probably good.
Should work. We'll see. This is always an experiment.
And then I would take your finger and just kind of brush off any extra chocolate that's on the rim.
Okay.
There you go.
Get the extra chocolate off the rim with your finger on both sides of the both halves. Okay. My hands are getting chocolatey. All right, does that look better? All right, they are filled. We're gonna pause the video for the next step. All right, guys, so this step is where it gets tricky. We have a hot plate. We're gonna take the top of one of the bombs, turn it upside down, swirl it around a little, lift it up, and put it on top of the other half. Now, if it doesn't melt together perfectly, you're going to use your hand to melt it together. If there's any holes, you can go back and use your extra chocolate to fill in any holes. But that looks pretty good. All right, so I'm not going to do all the other ones on camera because that was super stressful. But you see we have a beautiful hot chocolate bomb. We showed you that pastry brush here in the beginning. You can use that to brush on any extra white chocolate, peppermint, sprinkles, and then you're going to let that dry, and then you can package it up, and give it as a gift if you like. So this final part of our video, we have already made some hot chocolate bombs, and we're going to show you how to enjoy them when they are totally finished. All right, so we have our finished hot cocoa bomb, and we put it in a coffee mug, and we heated up some warm milk that we're gonna pour over it to enjoy a delicious snack. It helps if you have like a spout or a tea kettle or something, because this is gonna spill all over the place, but here goes. So the chocolate will start melting. See all that milk I'm spilling? And then it'll break open and all of your marshmallows and everything will come out. You'll get a spoon, stir it up, and enjoy.